the topic that we absolutely talk about every single night here in night school and here on the Marc Lamont Hill official YouTube channel, and that is Israel's war on Gaza. Israel's war on Gaza has now reached day 167. This is not surprising. This is not breaking news, but the death toll continues to go up. As of today, there are at least 31,988 Palestinians who have been killed since October 7th. There have also been 74,188 Palestinians who have been wounded in Israeli attacks on Gaza since October 7th. And of course, the death toll in Israel stands at since October 7th, from Hamas's attack stands at 1,139, with dozens who have been taken captive. The war on Gaza is not hyperbole. We call it a war on Gaza because at this point, there's not even a pretense of fairness or equity or military parity. This is a full-scale, one-sided war that is not even primarily, much less exclusively, affecting members of Hamas. This is a war that is largely being prosecuted against Palestinian innocent people, Palestinian civilians, Palestinian children, Palestinian mothers. And that continues to play out this way. Earlier today, or even last night, Israel's military announced that it had killed about 90 gunmen and arrested 160 people in a raid on Gaza's Al-Shifa hospital. An allegation that the Palestinian group Hamas has denied. Al-Shifa, of course, is the Gaza Strip's biggest hospital before the war, and it is now one of the few healthcare facilities partially operational in the north of the territory, and had also been housing displaced civilians. So Al-Shifa is a major hospital, and one of the few operational hospitals left because they've destroyed them all. The Israeli military has destroyed them all. And now they're saying that Al-Shifa is filled with Hamas and agents and militants, and therefore it had to be attacked too. And so large parts of the hospital were stormed. Large parts of the hospital were attacked. Gunmen allegedly were in there, and so they were destroying all kinds of stuff. As a result, Israel has now ordered Palestinians to evacuate Al-Shifa hospital, and they're threatening to blow up all of it if they don't. They're literally saying that they're going to blow up the entire hospital. The World Health Organization says that it lost contact with medical personnel at Al-Shifa hospital. And so right now, they don't know how patients are doing. They don't know what's happening with medical staff. They don't know who's in there or what. Can you imagine a hospital being stormed and bombed, being attacked and sieged, such that you don't know if the patients are okay, you don't know if the doctors are okay, you don't know anything. This is unthinkable on so many levels. So much going on. I do want to point out, as we announce the death toll every day, that some U.S. Republicans are questioning the death toll. On a video call with U.S. Republican senators on Wednesday, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu estimated the death toll in Gaza to be 28,000. That's according to Senator Josh Hawley, who spoke to the New York Times. Now, 2 months ago, Israel said that the Gaza Ministry of Health's death toll numbers were accurate. The UN has said that they're accurate in the past. They've been within 4% of other organizations in the past. There's no reason to question the Gaza Ministry's numbers. And in fact, there are 8,000 people under the rubble right now. So the numbers are probably too low, not too high. But they continue to major in the minor. Whether the number is 28,000 or 32,000, that is still an unthinkable and an insane number. And the fact that this is happening in Rafah, in Gaza City, in Khan Yunis, in Jabali, and all over the country, all over the strip, is evidence that this isn't a singular problem, but it's a multi-pronged problem, right? You got Al-Shifa Hospital, which is a problem right now, and it's been a problem since the beginning in terms of people being attacked. Also, the power being shut off, also fuel being taken away, also electricity being taken away. All of this is a problem, but that's not the only problem. You also have an attempt to starve people, as we've seen consistently. The UN numbers, the humanitarian organizations, everybody has pointed to the failure to get food and medicine and other humanitarian resources into the region. That's not because Palestinians don't want it. It's not because Palestinians are refusing it. It's because Israel's not allowing food trucks in. It's not allowing humanitarian aid in for months now. And we're just starting to see some movement on that, even though it's a violation, again, of not just international law and humanitarian convention. It's also directly in opposition to the orders given to them by the International Court of Justice in January. And yet, despite this, Netanyahu says, we're going to keep fighting Hamas. But fighting Hamas just becomes secret agent talk for what's really happening, which, again, is a mass strike against the Palestinian people. We're talking about something ugly here. And with 1.5 million people in Rafah in the south, Netanyahu was talking about a ground invasion, even though the entire international communities continue to say this will create more of a humanitarian disaster. So the big news today is that Netanyahu continues to focus on Rafah, and Al-Shifa Hospital continues to be targeted. And right now they're threatening to blow up the whole, literally blow up the entire hospital if everyone doesn't leave. And if blowing up that hospital, the major medical organ of the Gaza Strip, would spell disaster for the Palestinian people. And there seems to be no move toward a ceasefire. So this is all the latest news and the latest action here from the Gaza Strip.